in a forgotten corner of western India, where the sun scorched the land until it cracked like broken glass, people had learned to live without hope. Wells had dried, rivers had vanished, and the silent fear of thirst, real, life-threatening thirst, hung over every home like a shadow. This was Kalsari, a farming village slowly being erased by a drought no one could stop. And in the middle of this dying place lived a 19-year-old girl named Mira Patel, someone the world never expected anything from. Not a scientist, not an engineer, not a person with degrees pinned to her wall, just a farmer's daughter, quiet, observant, unimportant, according to everyone around her. But sometimes, the most extraordinary solutions come from the people no one is looking at. Growing up, Mira had watched her father battle the land every single day. She watched him grow thinner as the crops failed, season after season. She watched neighbors pack their belongings and leave, not because they wanted to, but because staying meant death. They said Kalsari was cursed. They said the earth had nothing more to give. Yet Mira refused to believe that. Maybe it was her stubbornness. Maybe it was the old stories her grandmother used to tell her. Stories about the earth being alive, listening, hiding things when it feared humans wouldn't treat them with respect. Her grandmother always whispered, "The earth doesn't lose her water, child. She hides it like a mother hides her last piece of food. If you listen long enough, she will tell you where." Mira never forgot that. Every morning, long before the village woke, she walked the fields, brown, brittle, defeated fields that looked the same to everyone else but not to her. She noticed things people didn't. She felt temperature changes in the soil, watched the wind patterns, traced the migration of insects, observed cracks that didn't match the climate. And one day, she felt something strange. While the entire field was hot from the sun, one small patch of soil, just a few steps across, felt cool. Not moist, not wet, just cooler than it should have been. She frowned, crouched down, brushed away the dust, and waited. She pressed her palm to the soil again. Cool. Unnaturally cool. She told her father. He shrugged. Maybe shade fell there earlier. She told the village elders. They dismissed her. Child, the heat is playing tricks on your mind. She told a visiting geologist. He laughed politely. Your observation is charming but meaningless. But Mira didn't let it go. For days she kept going back, morning, evening, night. And the more she studied the patch, the more she realized something unbelievable. It was shifting. Slowly. Almost like something underneath the ground was breathing. A few centimeters every week, the boundary of the cool soil moved. The pattern made no sense according to anything she had ever learned in school. But to Mira, it felt like a sign. Her grandmother's words echoed again, clearer this time. If you listen long enough, the earth will show you her secrets. So she listened. She took notes. She sketched maps. She measured the temperatures at different hours using a cheap thermometer from her school's lab. She drew chalk circles around the cool area and watched the circles drift like slow-moving storms. The villagers laughed at her. They called her the soil whisperer. Even her mother told her gently, "Mira, maybe it's time to stop. You're putting your hopes in dirt." But Mira was certain. Something was happening beneath that land. Something no scientist who had visited Kalsari had ever noticed. Then one night, a tiny tremor, barely strong enough to rattle a window, shook the village. Mira jolted awake, ran into the fields barefoot, and gasped. The cool patch had shifted dramatically, almost half a meter this time. Her heart raced. Something had changed. Something real. Something new. She spent the next 48 hours experimenting with anything she could find. Broken metal sheets, clay bowls, plastic bottles strapped together with rope, bamboo pieces, old mirror shards. Whatever the village was willing to throw away. She built crude prototypes, awkward-looking assemblies that bent, sagged, and fell apart. Most didn't work. Some produced a few drops of condensation, and one produced enough water to fill 2 clay cups. She barely slept. Her fingers bled from tightening wires. Her eyes burned from staring into darkness. But she kept going. Finally, she built something extraordinary. A handmade low-tech atmospheric water collector, crafted from old tin, glass, bamboo, and clay. It used the rapid nighttime cooling of metal plates to pull moisture from the air, funneling droplets into hidden clay bowls beneath the soil. At dawn, she crouched beside the device and lifted the bowl. Her hands trembled. Water. Clean water. Enough to fill nearly a liter. In a place declared unsalvageable by experts. A teenager had extracted water from the air using scraps. Her father dropped the bowl in shock the first time she showed him. The village was speechless. But the scientists? They refused to believe it. So Mira built 9 more. She installed them around the cool moving patch of soil, creating a network of devices that captured condensation more efficiently than anything her village, or frankly any research lab, had seen before. The production increased. 3 liters a day. 7. 14. 21 liters clean, drinkable, life-saving water. Word spread. A local reporter arrived, expecting to debunk a village rumor. Instead, he filmed a miracle. Within days, teams of researchers arrived, first from Delhi, then Mumbai, then Singapore, then Germany. They inspected her devices. They studied the soil. They tested the air. They reviewed her notes, written in pencil, on torn notebook pages, in handwriting that wobbled when she grew tired. And they reached a conclusion that stunned them all. Mira Patel had created the world's first scalable, ultra-low-cost atmospheric water generation system, using nothing but natural temperature swings and locally available materials. Something universities had failed to build with multi-million-dollar research budgets. A farmer's daughter created in her backyard. Her design soon spread beyond Kalsari, first to neighboring villages, then across drought-stricken regions of India, then Ethiopia, Kenya, Somalia, and Pakistan. Her invention saved lives, protected farmlands, reversed migration, restored dignity to forgotten communities. Today it's known as the Patel condenser. But if you ask Mira, she'll tell you it's not her invention. It belongs to her grandmother, to her father, to every farmer who refused to give up on the land. Because sometimes the solutions we search the world for are born in the quiet minds of people no one ever bothers to listen to. Mira still walks the fields at dawn, not as the hero of Kalsari, not as the young woman who solved a water crisis that baffled scientists for 14 years, but as the same girl who once pressed her ear to the earth, hoping it would speak. And it did. Before this story ends, I want to ask you something. If you believe voices like hers deserve to be heard, if you want more true inspired underdog stories, more hidden fortunes, more impossible victories from ordinary people, then don't leave without subscribing. Tell me in the comments, what part of Mira's story inspired you the most? Your engagement helps bring these untold stories to the world. This is Hidden Fortune, where ordinary people uncover extraordinary power.